It's very wrong. It's kind of the worst kept secret at the Harris County Family Law Center that there's a relationship between Judge Lombardino and Mr. Newman, and that it impacts cases that Judge Lombardino presides over that Mr. Newman is involved in. The difficulty is trying to prove it. And what's happened is now there's been a lot of facts that come out that show the nature of that relationship. You have to do what you think is right. I defend people for capital murder in courtrooms where there are a lot of people in the courtroom who are not pleased with what I'm doing. A lot of the courtrooms are smaller communities that don't have metal detectors. You cannot do what I do for a living and live in fear. It's just not that way. But more importantly, you have to do what you think is right. And I'm not the only one. Let me just say the difference. Most of the prosecutors who I oppose in those cases, they're doing what they think is right. If they get it wrong, they get it wrong believing they're doing right. It's different to knowingly do something you think is wrong and do it for the sake of financial gratification. With me, you got to do what you think is right. There's a smell of potential corruption in that court. That's what I'm saying. There's a smell of that. In other words, a swamp, when you go over the Ashafalai Bridge, it's a 21-mile bridge and it smells. And when you're in that courtroom, you can sense what's going on when Mr. Newman is in front of the bench.